If you've managed to save $10,000, congratulations. You're already ahead of most people. But here's the hard truth. If that money just sits in the bank, it's shrinking every single day. Inflation eats away at it. Fees quietly drain it. And before you even realize it, that $10,000 buys you less and less. So what should you do? The answer isn't gambling on risky bets. It isn't throwing everything into the latest hype. It's about making one smart move, a move that multiplies your savings and sets you up for real financial freedom. If you've got $10,000 sitting in the bank, here's exactly what you should do, starting today. Here's the problem with leaving money in the bank. It doesn't just sit there, it shrinks. 10 years ago, $10,000 could fill a shopping cart. Today, it barely covers half. And 10 years from now, it might only buy you the basics. This isn't an opinion, it's inflation. Every single year, your money quietly loses value. And while that happens, the bank gives you pennies in interest. So while you think your money is safe, it's actually dying a slow death. Think about it. If inflation is 5% and the bank pays you 0.5%, you're losing 4.5% every single year. That's like having a leak in your wallet that never stops dripping. So if you want your $10,000 to grow, the first rule is simple. Don't let it sleep in the bank. Before you even think about investing, there's one critical step you can't skip: the emergency fund. Because the reality is simple. Life happens. Cars break down, medical bills show up, jobs can disappear overnight, and without a safety net, you'll be forced to raid your savings or sink into debt. That's why the first move with your $10,000 is simple. Split it into two buckets. Bucket 1 is your emergency fund. This is your shield. It's not about growth, it's about survival. Think 2 to 3 months of essential expenses, kept liquid, kept safe. Bucket 2 is your growth fund. This is where your money goes to work. It's where every dollar gets a job that multiplies over time. And here's the mindset shift. Your emergency fund protects your today. Your growth fund builds your tomorrow. Together, they keep you safe while still moving you forward. Now let's tackle the big question. If the bank slowly kills your money, where should it actually go? The safest place to start is with assets that quietly compound in the background. Option 1, high-yield savings or Treasury bills. No, this won't make you rich, but it protects your emergency fund. Think of it as your shield, small, steady growth, but maximum safety. Option 2, index funds. This is where the real magic of compounding begins. Imagine planting a seed today. For months, it looks like nothing's happening. But year after year, that seed turns into a tree, and eventually, a forest. Historically, the stock market grows around 7% a year. That means your $10,000 could double in just over a decade, double again in 20 years, and by 30 years, that same money could be worth more than $70,000 without you lifting a finger. Option 3, ETFs and diversified assets. Instead of gambling on one company, you're spreading across hundreds at once. It's safer, it's automated, and it lets your wealth grow quietly while you live your life. Here's the key principle. The middle class lets money die in the bank. The wealthy let money grow in assets. And the earlier you start, the more powerful the snowball becomes. Here's the mistake most people make. They finally save $10,000 and then blow it on something that makes them look rich instead of something that could actually make them rich. A shiny car, a luxury vacation, the latest gadget. Nice in the moment, worthless in the long run. The truth is simple. Real wealth doesn't come from spending. It comes from leverage. So think about it differently. Take a portion of that $10,000 and invest it in yourself. That could mean learning a high-value skill, coding, design, sales, marketing, something that pays you back for decades. Or use it to launch a small side project. Write, build a digital product, create an online service. It doesn't need to make you millions overnight. All it needs is to create one stream of income that flows while you sleep. This is the real shift the wealthy make. They don't spend money to look rich. They spend money to multiply themselves. And when your skills, your projects, and your assets start compounding together, that's when the game truly changes. Most people will never get ahead, not because they don't save, but because they let their savings sit in the bank and quietly rot away. That $10,000 you've worked so hard to put aside, it can be the seed of your freedom or the start of its slow decay. It all depends on what you choose to do with it. Because true wealth was never just about money. It's about time. It's about freedom. It's about whether your days are spent chasing or building. So if you've saved $10,000, the worst thing you can do is nothing. The best thing you can do is start. Start today. And watch how one small decision compounds into a lifetime of freedom.